What's up? I normally don't do videos, man. I write. Most of the time I write. You know? I write most of the time. I don't do videos. But the other day I just said something to somebody saying like, you know what? People don't like reading these days, you know? Sitting there reading somebody's stuff and all that, they don't like that. But people will get glued on their phones, you know, watching a video of something or somebody, listening to someone, you know. I don't like to be famous. I try by all means necessary to stay out of, you know, away from the spotlight. Hey, English is not my mother tongue anyway, huh? So I might mispronounce some words there and all that. Hey, I don't give a fuck. Excuse my French. Anyway, man, listen, life is not easy. Life is not easy. Especially, I'm not racist, you know, let me put that out there. Life is not easy, especially for you know, for certain races, you know, mostly black people, because of we live in a system that was made for us to fail, actually. But you don't need to give up, you know. Yes, it's not easy. I know that it's not easy. It's not easy for anyone. But don't give up, man. Don't give in. Listen, life wasn't easy for me. My mom was a domestic worker. My father a mechanic. I don't think my mother's salary since she was working, you know, all of these years, I don't think my mother ever earned more than 3,000 rand a month. And my mom was born in 1971, do the math. Now she's retired because of she can't work because of her legs and all that and all those things, you know. And for her entire life, you know, she has never earned a salary of more than 3,000 rand. But that woman is a strong woman, hey? She's a strong woman. So with that being said, you know, I wanted to go to college, varsity, but I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford it, you know, because of, my mom is a domestic worker, my dad is a mechanic, you know, getting paid, I think it was 200 rand or 300 rand or 350 fortnight. You can imagine, you know. So, but I didn't give up, hey. I didn't let that, you know, that's a word, maybe determine my future, if that's a proper word to use. You smart people out there, you might find a word like, you should have said that. But I didn't let that, man, break me down and end up saying like, man, listen here, I'm done with matric, man, you know, and I'm done with matric, so let me just sit, because there's nothing I can do, you know, let me just push casiology, because there's nothing else I can do, man, you know, my parents cannot afford to take me to college, so let me sit. So I didn't do that, man. I told myself, listen, life is hard, but I am not gonna let, you know, life beat the shit out of me, throw me down, you know, and I stay down. I told myself that I'm gonna fight up until I get out of the situation. Listen, nobody can take you out of any situation except for yourself. You know, I told myself, like, you know, one of my statuses is like, you know what, learn to motivate yourself. You know, don't wait for people to motivate you or somebody to motivate you. You know, push yourself, motivate yourself to get anything that you want. And with that mentality, with that mindset, you can get out of any situation that you are in. You know, so basically what I'm trying to say is that it's your mindset. It's your mindset that can change your life. It's your mindset that can change your life. If you have a strong, powerful mindset, you can get out of any situation despite how difficult it is. Just have a strong mindset, man. Have a strong mindset. Because if you have a weak mindset, it will constantly hold you down, despite how hard you're trying to make something out of yourself on your family. A weak mindset will always pull you down, and make you the system's puppet. You know what I'm saying? So I had a strong mindset always. It wasn't easy for me. Hey, I haven't made it yet. I am not there yet. And I'm 31. By now I had dreams. That at least by now, I've always been a person who wants to give back to the community, who wants to help the youth, But because of the system, right now I'm old. I'm almost 40 or 50 and close to dying at 60, and I'm hoping and praying to God that at least by the age of 35, I could have achieved, like, by the age of 35, my dreams should have come true, I'm gonna make sure by the age of 35 that all my dreams, like, okay, everything is in place. They came true. Because of my mindset, I always wanted to give back to the community. It's my dream. Go back to start in my neighborhood, in my Kasi, when that cash starts flowing in, somebody who already has the cash flow right now, like, they can, please, man, please, lady, go back to your community, your Kasi, start in your community, you know what I'm saying? Start there, go to your high school, go to your primary school, take one of the top students, pass with flying colors, but their parents, their family cannot take them to varsity and all that. Go there, if you have the moolah to do that, go back there. Take that one child, take them to varsity. Pay for their varsity fees. Once they are done, use your connections, get them into corporate companies, to get work experience. And then once they are done, hopefully and praying that they must also go back and just take one child to varsity. One child, one kid at a time. We can empower black people. We can empower black people. A lot of our brothers and sisters, man, they are sitting there in Kasi with degrees. Those who are lucky. Help those. We know the system it's built to make us fail. But don't give up. Don't give in. Our government is even failing us as well. Our government is failing us as well. Listen, you know what? I was saying something and then I ended up going boom there. But as I was saying, I never gave up in life. I had a strong mindset. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. Life was difficult. My mom couldn't afford to pay varsity for me, or college. She was a domestic worker, and then after I finished matric, she was a domestic worker in Gauteng. So I remember that year I was like, I cannot stay here. Around May, a year after I completed matric, around May I was like, nah, man, I cannot stay in my town. I cannot do this. This is not for me. And back then, man, like, this internet things, information thing. Right now, information is on our phones, like right here, on our fingertips, Back then, information about how to get a bursary, how to get to varsity, and all that was scarce, man. Even at the library was scarce. So I was like, you know what? I cannot do this shit, man. I cannot do this shit. I told my mom, like, listen, I don't want to stay in my hometown anymore. I wanna come to Joburg. So I was like, no, okay, come through. I came through and I went to Diepsloot. That was those times, during xenophobia, when xenophobia started. And Diepsloot was bad with xenophobia. Diepsloot with xenophobia was bad. So I was there, around that violence and all that. And then she was working, a domestic worker, in Kempton Park, or Tambo site. Yes. I was trying by all means necessary to say like where I was, blah blah blah, fuck it. So I was like, let me visit you for a weekend. Can you speak with your employers? I was like, yeah, sure. She spoke with the employers. They said like, no, it's cool, let him come for the weekend. So I think I was there for a week actually, and then a weekend came, then I went to the employers. Listen, not all white people are bad. Not all white people are bad. Not all black people are bad. Not all Indian, Chinese and all that are bad, evil and racist. Not all of them. Listen, there is a few of rotten apples in every race. So it was time for me to go back. I told the employers like, listen, thank you very much, for your hospitality, letting me stay here and all that. I really appreciate it. So it's time for me to go back. And you were like, where are you going? It's like, no, I'm going back to Diepsloot. I'm there in Diepsloot. It's like, no. They were like, no. You cannot go there. You cannot go back to Diepsloot. We saw that you are a good person, you are a good kid. You're not troublesome, so you can stay here forever. I was like, oh, thank you. So the Lord works in mysterious ways. So right then I was like, okay, no, thank you very much. I stayed there in their back room, one back room with my mom. It's like, it's something. It was something, it was something. So I'm like, okay, fine. Each and every day there was a Kempton Express, yes, local newspaper. I'll read the check posts and all that, looking for a job. I didn't give up. I was like, I'm in Kempton Park. I'm in a city. This is a good opportunity for me. I'm not gonna sleep, wake up, eat, watch TV and not do shit. I'm like, this is a good opportunity for me. I'm from Diepsloot to here. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you need to have a strong mindset. With a strong mindset, you can get out of any difficult situation that you are in. My mindset was strong and my mindset is always strong. So I started going around, varsity, checking out to get bursaries and all that. I wanted to do sound engineering. NSFAS was like, yo, we do not sponsor private institution. If you want this, you better go to a public institution and all that. I was like, sound engineering is only at Boston. But you know what? In a nutshell, listen here. I'm not gonna take you through how I got there and all that. In a nutshell, the thing is, I never gave up. Despite my background, despite my financial problems, I never gave up. I remember, when NSFAS told me that, listen, we cannot give you cash to go and study at a private institution, then I was like, okay, cool. So I walked around looking for public government institutions, colleges, FET, whatever, that have sound engineering, and I found this one. I found one, and I asked them like, do you guys do sound engineering? Like, no, we don't do sound engineering. I was like, okay, what do you guys have? They're like, no, electrical engineering, this and this and this. Okay, you know what? I remember I enrolled. They were like, I think per year the electrical engineering course, I think it was 15,000 for the whole year or 20,000. It was somewhere around there. I was like, fuck, my mom can't afford this. But I enrolled anyway. I was like, I'm not gonna sit another year. Literally, I'm not gonna sit another year without going to college. I'm gonna do any course. So what I did is I did that electrical, and then they were like, listen here, if you pass with flying colors, at the end, if you paid all your 15,000 rand, you pass with flying colors, at the end, the government will pay you back that 15,000 to 20,000. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So all I did was pay the registration fee of 200 rand and all that. That's it. So the whole year I was passing with flying colors, man. And then at the end of the year, they paid me my 200 bucks back. I was like, fuck, I wish I had that 15,000 paid up. Man, it was all gonna be in my pockets. But anyway, I knew my mom couldn't afford to pay that, so I had to push. So I did that, because I knew like going to college and all that, I would be networking with people, I'll get some more information. That's where now after that, I moved into Kempton Park, a place there where there was a lady who was their company, Y2Y Club, home of Bazaars, man. Unfortunately it closed down. There was a lady who was working there, said, listen, we offer Bazaars for IT and business. I'm in IT now. That's why I ended up in IT. But when I was doing my electrical, I only told my mom, listen here, mommy dearest, I know you can't afford this. Just give me money for food. When you got, and takes you when you got. But most of the time, I walked to the college. All the time, I walked there. Up until my mom, female employer, they literally she bought me a bicycle. She was like, you know what? Here's the money. Go and look for a bicycle and tell me the price of it, and then I'll give you the money to buy a bicycle so that you can travel to school. And I went, looked for the bicycle at town. They're like, oh, it's 700 rand. She gave me 700 bucks. I bought the bicycle, and then I started using the bicycle to travel to school, to college. That's what I'm saying. Not all white people, man, are bad. Literally, I need to thank them as well. One day I'm gonna go there and thank them. But I think they know how much I appreciate them and everything. Because they also gave me this platform to be able to study and change my life around. If it wasn't because of them as well, being good people to my mom and me, I wasn't gonna be here as well. So they also took part, to the path I took, to be where I am today. They took part in that. The Lord works in mysterious ways. They gave me my first laptop. I think it was a HP. Yeah. Shit, that thing was heavy. I remember I went home, and then my mom called me and said, hey, these people gave you a laptop. I couldn't wait to come back to Gauteng, eh? I couldn't wait to come back. I was supposed to stay a week at home. I was like, I know I'm going back. I was so excited for this laptop. So, yeah, man, not all white people are bad people. Not all white people are racist. There are good white people out there, man. There are good white people out there who want to see us unite, and unfortunately, my mom's employers were the good ones, were the good ones. So, well, my mom, like I said, my mom couldn't afford. They bought me a bicycle. Out of the goodness of their heart, I used it to go to school and all that. I ended up when I was going to college doing my electrical. I didn't want electrical anyway. I wanted to do a sound engineering, So like, fuck it. So at the end, here I am, and I'm in IT right now. Everything is good. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a thousandaire. I think I'm a rentier. I got a couple of one rents. Sometimes I got a couple of one rents. Like I'm like, yo, I'm not there yet. But listen, despite what life throws at you, don't complain about my J. Cole song. Hey, I like J. Cole, man. Name of the track is Show Me Something. Listen, despite what life throws at you, life is difficult. You won't have you won't be like any white people who will be supporting you and your mom. Don't give up, man. Don't give up, lady. Life is not fair. Nothing is gonna come your way. You need to get up. Get up, stand up, have a strong mindset. Don't accept failure. Don't give up and give in because of your background, because of your situation at home. Corruption is not making it easy for us as well. Corruption is not making it easy for us as well. But don't give up. Life is very, very difficult. With the devil in play, it's even worse. Listen, just have faith, man. I don't know what your religion is, but have faith in God, and He will come through for you. Talk to Him, pray. He's listening. He can see you. You don't need to be perfect, man. You can make mistakes. Hey, I'm not perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. Some things I'm not proud of, but it's part of life, man. That's how you learn to grow and be a strong person. You make mistakes. You fall down and then you get up. Wait and then what's up, Joe? Why am I Joe? Like why is the king now? Despite Joe, bung shapile kampa maka wala mo party. Ke tlhotlhora Joe. Itlhore Joe, itlhoro emo vai. Itlhoro emo vai. Don't give up, man. Don't give in. I still have a long way to go. I'm not there yet, but I'm gonna do this for my family. I'm doing this for my kids, man. My moms, my wife, and eventually God's children out there who are suffering. Hang in there. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hang in there. I'm coming. And don't ever wait to have money, to make so that you can make change or a difference in your community or in the world. There are many ways that you can give back to the community without even having money. Don't wait to be successful. I think maybe it's a mistake that I did and that I learned from. I waited to be successful, and have money and stressing like, if only I can have this much. It was one of the mistakes that I did. We learn from our mistakes. Now I'm not waiting anymore to be successful and have money and be a millionaire or a thousandaire. I'm no longer waiting. I'm going to start making change, a difference now. If you're out there and you want to step into what I'm about to start, you're more than welcome. You don't need to step into what I'm gonna start. You can open your own charity work or organization out there and give back to the community. We don't even have to know each other. Take the idea. Go and give. Please don't be corrupt. As soon as you get funding and all that, you start being corrupt and being greedy. Don't do that, please. Our community are suffering because of our brothers and sisters who made it, are becoming greedy and selfish, and they are not giving back to the community. They're not giving back. And our community, black people's community, are suffering because of our fellow black brothers and sisters who made it, who are in parliament and have the power. They are not using that power, to help us down there. They are looking down at us instead of helping us. They are judging us instead of helping us. Don't be like them as soon as you start making it. Please. I am begging you, please. Let's change the world together. One step at a time. Your step that you're gonna take to change the world might go unnoticed, but you did something. Who knows? You might be helping the next our next president, future president. Amen. Just keep on helping out there. Let's keep on helping our brothers and sisters. Our future presidents, doctors, nurses. Let's go back to our community and give. You don't need to give money, bro. Lady, go back to your schools. Buy kids uniforms, winter clothes, shoes. Start that program. Start doing something. It might not be me who's doing it, and I might see somebody else who's doing it because of I raised it up. You know, I'm happy for you. You don't even need to. I don't want to be famous. You don't need to mention me in your shit. As long as you are doing something to uplift your community, the black society, then do it. Do it, man. We need each other. We literally need each other. We need to work together to uplift our communities. Anyway, this thing started with me, but you know, talking about myself and having a strong mindset, not giving up. I ended up yapping and yapping because once I talk, I don't stop, eh? Yo, God. Anyway, bless up, me peeps. Do good things out there. Give back to your community. Please, I'm not against people giving to churches, you know, ties to churches and all that, you know. Do that, but sometimes go to a primary school. There are kids there that they're suffering at home. Their parents can't even afford, you know, school uniforms, school shoes, you know, and then kids end up dropping out of school because of they don't look neat like other kids. A future president of your country, a future doctor, a future nurse with a good heart who's going to make good changes to your country and the world ended up dropping out of school because of, you know, the parents cannot afford to buy school uniform for them, you know, winter clothes and so that they can look like other kids. Please give to churches, tie and all that. But sometimes just take that tie for that 1 month. Go to a school as principal. Which child here is suffering the most? The one that you know that, like, you know what, this child is smart, they are trying but they are just suffering. Which one is it? The principal or teacher will point you to them. Get their sizes, size of their clothes, their shoes. Go to pet store, go anywhere, buy them school shoes, buy them school uniform. Every after 2 months or 3 months, go back and see if, you know, they still have those things. If they are torn apart, they are finished, you know, buy them other ones. You know, if they say like, I'm hungry, I don't eat at home because of there's no food. Spend 500 rand on that family. Buy 10 kg white star or whatever. You know, something to eat. Potatoes, spinach, cabbage. Hey, we grew up like that. I grew up even eating pap and water. You know, pap and fish oil. You know, it was tough. That's how I grew up. I worked case and case. About 10 case, 20 case. During winter, going to school and coming back with torn jerseys and stuff. But I didn't give up in life. I had a strong mindset. Some other people don't have that. As soon as they start suffering and other kids look neat with clean shoes and clean clothes, they're like, you know what? Why the fuck am I still here, man? Hwatswana, Joe. Hwatswana. Let me give up. Hwatswana. So please, our children, our niece, our brothers and sisters, our little brothers and sisters are suffering at schools, and we're busy giving millions, 100,000, 50,000 rands, you know, to churches. Some churches are good, They use that money for charity. Some churches are not good. They are just pretending, and they are using that money to live expensive lives. Let's change our mindset, please. And mostly this is happening in black communities. Black people, mostly we are the ones who go and give millions and hundreds of thousands and thousands rands to churches, but our schools need renovation. Our schools need renovations. You taking your school, your children to a school in town that has computer classes, air cons and everything. But the the windows there, at the school are fucked up. The doors are fucked up. There's no computer classes. The desks are fucked up. They are struggling, but you busy giving 50,000 rands and millions and hundreds of thousand rands, to churches that are greedy. Come on, man, wake up, please. Wake up and let's uplift our communities. Let's give back to our communities. Take that money yourself, manage that money yourself. We got our uncles, our fathers, our grandfathers who can paint, who are plumbers, who are builders. Take that money, hire them, and let them build that school. Let them renovate that school. Let them renovate that clinic. Let them renovate that hospital. Yes, you're gonna be telling me like, yeah, our government is failing us. So what? You're gonna wait and say like our government is failing us? Well, you have the cash and you can do a difference. Fuck the government. They are failing us. Yes, we go there, we ask for funding. They are taking too long to give us funding. They give funding to their brothers and sisters who end up eating the money and not doing shit to the community. Fuck the government. If we can do it, let's do it ourselves. Please. You know what I'm pleading with you. Go back to the churches after a month, and you can go back there and give your tie and so it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm not against God. I'm not against tying. God is good. God is great. God has always had my back. I wasn't gonna be where I am today if God wasn't in my life and if God did not have my back. God used His children to help me so that I can be where I am. Listen, God is not gonna come in Himself in front of you like, hey, my child, oh, I'm gonna give you this. No, He's gonna use His children to come your way and come and help you. That's what God does. That's how God answers our prayers. I am not against God because of He helped me through His children. So yeah, please, let us not be selfish. Let's go back to our communities. Let's give back. Don't look down at your brothers and sisters. I made it. Hey, you haven't made it yet. I haven't made it yet. I haven't. I'm far from making it. Please, man.